Chapter 18, Part 3. We're going to look at possessive pronouns, which are pretty similar to possessive adjectives, but they're used as pronouns rather than adjectives. In English, they are mine, yours, his, hers, ours, or theirs. For example, my book and yours are both under the table. So yours is the possessive pronoun because it's referring to your books or your book. So my book and yours are under the table. So here we've got the possessive adjective my, but the yours is the possessive pronoun. So your book, it would be the possessive adjective, but yours, we add an S to it. For most of these, we add S to it, but for my, we add an NE to get the possessive pronoun. So in French, we've got the sign of the possessive pronoun is we especially have the word le in front of it, or some other direct article, and we use le mien, so that'd be mine, yours, his or her, ours, yours, or theirs, but then it has to agree in gender and number. So if whatever you're talking about, so my book would be le mien, but my mouse would be la mienne. My books would be les miens. My mice would be les miennes. So it has to agree in gender and number with whatever we're talking about. So here are some examples. Voici mes résultats. So voici means here are, or here is. So this would be, here are my results. And then the next sentence, voici les tiens. Here are yours. So the les tiens is replacing results. And it's a plural masculine because that's what results are. Here are yours. Donne-moi ton livre. That's an imperative. Give me your book. We can also say, donne-moi le mien. Give me mine. So the le mien refers to the book as masculine singular. Give me mine. Now, sometimes there's a little bit of ambiguity when we use the possessive pronouns. If we have a phrase like ma mère et la sienne, we can translate that as my mother and his, or my mother and hers, and my mother and its also. La sienne is referring to a mother, so that's why it's feminine singular, but the la sienne, we don't know if it's his, hers, or its. So we can stick on an extra phrase, à lui or à elle, to indicate the gender of the person to whom it belongs. So, ma mère et la sienne à lui. So that's my mother and his. Ma mère et la sienne à elle. That would be my mother and hers. So la sienne refers to the mother, and we're clarifying that it belongs to him or to her. So in English, we would translate this my mother and his, meaning my mother and his mother. And this one would be my mother and hers. Now let's introduce another concept that we will relate later to these pronouns. It's the idea of les proches. So proche means near. That's the base meaning of near, and proche would be near ones. And so it basically means when it's talking about les proches of someone means one's friends and family, the people that you're close to. So if I ask, avez-vous vu vos proches récemment? Have you seen your family, or have you seen your friends recently? Have you seen your dear ones recently? That's all contained in the idea of vos proches, the people that are close to you. And this is a past participle and the passé composé. So have you seen your family recently would be one way of translating that. Now, sometimes we're going to use the possessive pronoun without an antecedent to simply refer to one's proche. So if I say a sentence, il est des nôtres, or what? And literally that is, he is of ours. What does that mean? He is of ours. Our what? Our cars, our dogs? No, it just means our close ones. He's one of us is the idea. And notice that the de and the a contract with the le and the lay when we have le notre or les notre in these expressions. So work on translating these 4 sentences, and when you've written down your translation, check the next video.